All right, we're going to show how to file a VFR flight plan with ForeFlight. So we're going to ForeFlight in the Maps section. We're going to click on the FPL for flight plan. We're going to be flying in 4050 Bravo with the performance characteristics as I defined for 4050 Bravo. And we're going to fly from Laconia Airport, KLCI, to Brunswick, Maine, KBXM, return. And we're going to depart on Wednesday at 8 a.m. And we're going to fly at an altitude of 5,500. And we'll close that. And now we're going to pack it, tap the suitcase. And we're basically going to get any type of information from weather, NOTAMs, etc. And now that it's packed, we're going to hit the little box with the arrow, and we're going to click on flights, and now it comes over to our flight menu tab at the bottom here, and we can see our flight Laconia to Brunswick, Maine. It's 5,500 feet MSL is what we're going to be flying at in 4050 Bravo. We're going to fly direct. So once I've done that, one of the first things I like to do is just take a look at the briefing, and this is going to give me a formal legal briefing for this trip. And again, this is for a flight tomorrow. And what we can do is we can look at, just kind of tab through all the pages of the briefing. Mountain obscuration, icing air mets, low turbulence air mets, high turbulence, low level wind shear. We can get a synopsis view with a surface analysis chart. We can look at the METARs along the route. We can look at PIREPs. We can look at cloud coverage. We can look at different times, Zulu time, to see what the clouds are going to be like. The surface winds. We can look at the terminal aerodrome forecasts along the route. Basically here it's Portland. We can look at the wind charts, the direction of the wind. We can look at vertical cross section of the winds along our altitude of flight. And the winds aloft table, we can look at 5,500. We can see the winds are basically 26 knots at 5 degrees Celsius between Laconia and Brunswick's pretty close to the same, a little windier. And so once we've done that, one of the best things you can do is hit the little box there out there and then just email it to yourself. And I'm going to put okay, there we go. Now we can email it to ourselves. And now we have a record that we actually did a legal flight plan for this trip. Just going on here, there's also NOTAMs, departure NOTAMs, there'll be destination NOTAMs, en route navigation NOTAMs, en route service NOTAMs, en route airspace NOTAMs, and so on. Eventually, we'll get taken back to the return to the beginning, and we'll have done our formal briefing. We just hit the back button, and now here we are. So now we kind of look down through the trip. We're going to leave on May 7th, Laconia, departing Laconia at 8 o'clock a.m. local to Brunswick, Maine. The aircraft is a 4050 Bravo as the tail number. It's a PA-28. If we click on this, we could go in and filter for the particular type of aircraft we're going to fly, or if we wanted to change some of the settings in terms of the equipment we have on board. Basically, we're showing we have DME capability, VOR capability, and GPS capability. We're going to fly VFR. There's multiple routes we could go, but we're just going to plan to go direct because we're flying VFR. These are if we were going to be flying IFR. Our altitude is 5,500. We can do a weight and balance. Let's say there's two of us on board. We're going to select that one there. The basic empty weight is 1,416 pounds. And we can come down here and we can look at our seats. We'll put in the left seat. We'll put in myself at, let's say, 190. We'll say close. We'll put somebody else in the right seat. Maybe they weigh 170. Close. The back seat, we're not going to have any passengers, but we might have 25 pounds of other stuff, like our flight bag. So we'll put other, make sure it clearly says other. The baggage area, maybe we'll have 10 pounds of items in the back too, like a quart of oil or something. Down on the fuel, we'll put in max usable, 48 gallons. And then we can then take a look here to see how we are from a takeoff weight and a landing weight. We can also just click on the summary button, and it's going to basically give us all that information about the aircraft: the basic empty weight, the CG, the zero fuel weight, the ramp weight when we're fully loaded with fuel, the takeoff weight after we burnt a little bit taxiing around and doing our run-up, and our landing weight once we get there. So once that's done, and we could also send it to ourselves, by the way. Once that is done, we can see we have two people. Our weight and balance is in spec. I went with manual fuel quantity, 48 gallons, and all the other information looks correct. And now we just click on the Proceed to File button. And we're going to use an ICOA format, VFR, General Aviation. There's our aircraft. Again, we could select N405 Sierra Bravo. It's already selected, but I'll bring it up. There it is. And we could go in there if we wanted to. We could do some editing of that, and we could put in information about the aircraft if we'd like. I don't need to put it in since I already came up for the functionality of this aircraft. So I'll just kind of step back here. And again, we just ICOA format, VFR, General Aviation, all the codes for equipment we have on board. We'll say the true airspeed is 105 knots, the altitude we're flying, one aircraft. Departure airport Laconia, leaving at 8 a.m. local, two people on board. We're going to fly at 5,500 feet. It's going to take us 36 minutes, 4 hours and 37 minutes of fuel on board. Any special other information? Nothing here. Importance. And destination airport is Brunswick. And then my contact information down below. And with that set, we'll just file the flight plan. All right, flight plan is filed. So if we wanted to go back and amend it, we had some change, or maybe put a third person on, or we're leaving at a different time, we could do that. So where we're at the stage now is you can see cancel, amend, or activate. We can close out of this, and we can come back to this and schedule some other flight if we want to take a look at. We could go over and hit the map button or the up arrow. We could put that plan in. We could be looking at other flights that we might have planned for the day. So the day of the flight, tomorrow morning, we are in our plane using either ForeFlight on our iPad, if it is Wi-Fi enabled, or our phone. We would just go to flights, tap on the CAL set at BXM, and we see our flight there. And all we have to do is hit the activate button to activate this flight plan. So it's the last thing you do just before you get out on the runway. And when you land, you're going to have the option to basically close the flight plan once you land. And that's really all it takes to file a flight plan for a VFR trip. And it's very similar to the IFR flight plan. Probably do another video on that one. Anyways, hopefully this video helps you on how to use ForeFlight to file a flight plan. Just remember that a flight plan is different than flight following. With flight following, we basically say our aircraft type, and we say where we're departing and our destination, or what else we may be flying at, and that's about it. Whereas a flight plan does all that, but also tells the number of souls on board, how much fuel we have. So in the event we do go lost or go down, search and rescue type folks have a much more information about the aircraft and the flight, and can do a better job of finding us quicker than if we just go down using flight following. Again, anyways, hopefully you found this video helpful, and if you did, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you get notified on my next video.